I'll dive straight into it because I know you're a busy man. I'll ask first of all, with the tries flowing now as you arrive as a Robin, how nice is it to see that you've got more tries than games at the moment?
Yeah, it's always good to have a positive record. It's been a while since I've been like this, so it's happy to be on this side of it. Just need to keep going with it now. Keep this up. Who knows where I could end up.
I won't go too much into the nuts and bolts of Salford. That's spilt milk under the bridge. But what was it about last season that maybe saw those tries dry up a little bit?
I didn't have the best of seasons myself. If you put the work in early, you usually get a reward towards the end of the game, and I probably didn't do that as much often like last year. There was a few things going on as well which didn't help, but no, I'll take the responsibility for myself. Whereas this year I've got stuck in and on the opportunity I've got. My carries are up, my meters are up, and then I've got tries off the back of it. So I've earned some.
What's the key ingredient then to getting yourself back into form that isn't yourself and your own, obviously, confidence in your ability?
Yeah, a bit of confidence, and then I had a bit of a diet change this year. I was living with Tyrone May for probably about 5-6 weeks, and I thought it was just crackers with the food he was eating. He was just eating steak and eggs all the time. So I thought, and I was just, whilst I was living with him at the time, I thought I'd try it myself, and I feel a lot better from it. So I've carried it on, and yeah, it's. I think that's a big change, is my diet change.
That's a heavy breakfast, lunch, or dinner, steak and eggs.
Well, that's what I mean. He didn't.
Sounds like breakfast of champions.
He never even ate in the morning. He fasted for quite a bit, and then just honestly, he had half a cow for his dinner. That's what it was like.
Did that not make you sluggish in any way?
No, not one bit. Not one bit.
That's madness. So what was you having before then, in terms of the diet?
Just normal, just normal things really, like chicken, rice, veg. Just getting them all in, but then I've just cut like carbs completely out, and I've just replaced it with like avocado or just cheese on its own, and I feel I feel like I've got more energy, and it trims a lot more fat as well.
You've not sampled a patty butty then in this part of the country?
A patty butty? What's that?
It's basic. It's like fish and mashed potato, deep.
Oh, okay.
Chicken, then you put it in a bread bun.
Yeah. Oh no, I just put pies on a bun, me. I don't do that. Fish. Is it a fish?
I was going to ask, is that your little reward? Is it, without being stereotypical? Or do you miss the Wigan kebab now you're a professional?
I've not actually had that many of them to refer, but I do miss the Wigan pies.
You played for Wigan obviously a very long time, and your hometown club. What are you? I suppose you're now on the other side of the fence, and you're obviously playing for the opposition. So where does your heart lie? How do you put your memories of Wigan behind you to concentrate on the game? Do you have to change anything? Yeah,
100%. It's at this moment, whilst I'm playing professionally, whoever I'm playing for, I want to do the best as I can. So any past teams that I've played for, I'm not really bothered. I just want to win. Obviously, I supported Wigan when I was younger, but again, that's all out the window. It's just, you just want to win.
From a playing point of view now, I guess as well with Wigan, you are surrounded by good centres and good fellow outside backs who are there to obviously help supply this tries. How impressed have you been with your new teammates?
Yeah, I've had a bit of I've played on the left side for most of my career. I've been on the right side a couple of times, but I've switched over to the right side, and yeah, I've got some real good combinations going with Pet at the minute. I know he had a go at full back, and it didn't work out quite well for him, but it looks like he's got a comfortable position in the right centre, and I'm all for it. Just keep giving me them balls.
He came under some stick at the start of the season, and I'll hold my hand up. I've probably asked a controversial question or two. How do you feel he's flourishing alongside you now he's at centre? Yeah,
like I said, we've just got a real good relationship going. I knock about with him as well off the pitch. I'll see him go for coffee and that. So yeah, we're just getting a good relationship going at the minute. He's a very experienced centre. He's played I don't know how many games in the RL. Obviously, he had a short spell over here. But yeah, it's a joy to play at the side of him because that skip and flick, it's dangerous.
And yeah, it absolutely is. We've seen it firsthand. The news of Ryan Hall leaving, though, as a winger who has obviously been there, done it, and he's sitting near the top of the tree and tries. As a person developing through your career, how much did you look up and admire him? And how do you view him as a teammate?
Yeah, definitely. He's the GOAT, isn't he? He is definitely the GOAT of wingers. Like I said, I watched him loads when I was younger. Before I broke into a first team. His work ethic it's just top notch, and it's crazy. Like to think, how old is he now, Ryan Hall? Is he 36? 36, and to do what he's still doing, it's quite amazing. It's sad to see him go because this is the first. I've been in England sides with him, but I've never actually played with him like this. And it's again we're working off the back of each other. He does his work at the middle, gets a good win, and then makes my job a lot easier going off the back of that.
Yeah, how easy have your teammates made it for you to get this, I suppose, ratio of tries per games? Because it's something that you've carried through your career. The numbers are quite staggering for you.
Yeah, it's. I think because the boys came so close last year to winning a bit of silverware. It's definitely given that drive this year, and I'm just happy to be at the end of it, and hopefully I can just take them that one step further.
You mentioned the right wing earlier. How's it going to be trying to keep a hold of Liam Marshall and the players on that side, given that they're in absolute red hot form as well?
I'm just up for the challenge. And I know Marshall himself, and he's a dangerous player. So I'm up for a good challenge, to be honest.
What about the rest of the players around him then? How big a contribution did they make to him in terms of his output?
The back line, again, Miski gets on the front forward, and then you've got Bevan and Jai, who I suppose they're a bit quick, like. They're frightening, aren't they? But
are they running on steak and eggs as well, do you think?
I don't know, to be honest. They've got that Wigan diet, so maybe that Wigan kebabs. What's doing that for them? But yeah, they definitely make Marsh's job a lot easier. The amount of tries that have been set up by them two, it's unbelievable. But it's not just that; they've really they've strengthened up down the middle this year. My old schoolmate Luke Thompson, he's come back and he's showing some form again. He had a quiet year last year because of injury. So he's looking to bounce back, and then Patrick Mago as well. He's a real big enforcer who we need to keep an eye on.
Yeah. Willie's spoken about players giving feedback after the Catalan defeat. What's been your input, do you feel? Because he spoke about fine-tuning things, nothing really too major to report on. But what was the players' consensus from that defeat?
I think it's just draw a line under the sand, get on with it, and if we put a good shift in this week and get a win, it's all forgotten about. There's nothing worried. We was all just off. We was all bang average, and we're not a team where a few can be bang average. We all need to be on, and especially this week by playing last year's winners and current top of the league.
Yeah, you speak about getting back to where he was, and he highlighted how you went away from your systems that you have in your defence. Why do you think that was? Why did he say? Is it one of those things where it's just merely subconscious? You don't really think about it because it's baked in of how you need to play?
I don't know. It was just like it was almost a snowball effect at the weekend. We just couldn't stop it. The first half and then the second half, I think we kept them. I think it was 0-0 for a good 25-30 minutes, and then obviously we left too big of a job to pull it back, especially at their place with that. It's a hostile crowd as well when they get on your back. So again, like I said, it's hopefully we can put a good shift in this week and forget about it last week.
And just finally, away from Hull Kingston Rovers, given we cover Hull FC, I just want to put this question to you as you know him. Paul Rowley has been heavily linked with the Hull FC job. If it was to be that he becomes their coach, what do you think he'll offer them?
He brings in. He loves playing. He loves a lot of shape. No matter where they are on the pitch, they'll throw the ball about a lot, and it's entertaining rugby. I know the Salford fans they loved it. They loved the past couple of years under Paul Rowley. So if they can bring that back to Hull, they might not always get wins, but it'll definitely be entertaining rugby.
Lovely stuff. Cheers, Joe. All the best.
You're welcome.
Hello, mate. I think James has covered everything there, so I won't add any more.
No,
cheers for your time.
No, that's all right.
Hey Joe, you alright?
No, doing all right.
Yeah, good, thank you. Can I just follow up the steak and eggs thing? Is it scrambled eggs, fried eggs, poached eggs? Basically, how do you like your eggs?
I probably like them scrambled. I'm getting pretty good at scrambling eggs, but on a whole, it doesn't really matter.
I was going to say, you cooking, you sort of doing all the cooking as well now?
Well, I don't live with Tyrone now. I've got my own place up this way, so I'm cooking for myself. But yeah, honestly, it's at first because we're just so used to saying like get carbs, veg, and protein, and that's what we've been told. But now that I've changed to this, I don't feel like the need for all other things. I am obviously. That was at the start in pre-season where I wasn't eating as much carbs. Like leading up to a game, 2 days before, I will go back to a normal diet. But genuinely through the week, it's just steak, eggs, avocado, and cheese.
Are you almost like wondering why didn't I do this before?
Yes and no. It's a lot more expensive for a start doing it this way.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I don't know. That's what life's about. You just learn. You pick new things up and jump on it if it's going well for you.
How are you finding life in Hull?
I love it. It's a change of scenery. My dog's up here with me. Well, he's not at the minute. He's with my dad because we went to France last week. But yeah, when he's up with me, I'm taking him on new walks and stuff like that. The people, obviously, mad rugby fans around here, so they're always friendly with you. Even if you do get a loss, they're still on your side. So yeah, I'm loving it, to be honest.
You got used to the accent yet?
No, I've not.
It's the numbers 9 and 5 are the ones you really notice it.
What's that?
You can't say it. Numbers 9 and 5. You say 9 and 5. You just can't say it.
I know. I try to teach him as well, but it's hard. It's too hard for him.
Do you feel as though like the move away is like something perhaps you needed? I mean, obviously you went to Australia and everything, but the move away on the other side of the country, feels like that's benefiting you on the pitch?
Definitely. I mean, I won't say I get bored of things, but new things to me really like give me a new drive and a new goals. I know how desperate the lads are and the fans are of us to winning something. So it's giving me that new goal to get that, to help them get there.
And just a couple of last quick ones on people you know. Has Luke Thompson always been big?
Always been big. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? He's just gotten even more ripped and faster. That's the only thing that's changed.
Presumably he played proper in Edmund Harris, did he?
Yeah. We was in the same form at school, and we played quite a few times. And yeah, actually, I think he was 13. He played 13 at school.
Oh yeah, bloody hell, right, okay. That surprised me. He looks like the sort of lad who's always been a prop all his life, basically.
No. It was 13. I think that was just to getting him involved as much as you can, to be honest.
What was he like at school, away from the rugby pitch?
Tomo?
Yep.
He's all right. He's quite witty, really. He's got a witty personality. He's pretty funny. I remember the times when we used to go on on what's it called? On Skype. We used to go on Skype and just prank call American businesses all the time, and he used to do the funniest accent ever. It was hilarious. I can still remember to this day. I was in stitches.
Wait, you two would Skype like an accent?
Oh, there was a few of us, and he'd just do an American accent and just prank call American businesses all the time. It's just hilarious.
Are we just talking like going through the phone book and just ringing one up and sort of just acting from there?
It was literally just doing that all the time. That was what we did for school.
What sort? Any sort of particular businesses that stick in your mind?
Oh, I can't remember now, but it was mainly food businesses and making reservations and stuff like that. It was so funny.
God. And just one last one, another lad, how big a role was Ollie Gill that been in you moving to Hull KR?
I mean, he claims that he was the reason he got me to here. So it was definitely a factor. There was a few teams who was sort of interested, but Willie rang me up and he was giving the main. He really wanted me, and then obviously I said my best mate's here, so it was a no-brainer.
So even though he claimed it was all his doing, it was not. He had nothing to do with it.
He keeps trying to take a percentage from my wage. He says.
You have to cut down your steak to give it.
I might chuck him a steak. That's about it. I'll cook him one up.
Joe, that's brilliant. Thank you very much. Much appreciated, mate.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Cheers.